Are you okay?
He's close.
He's nodding out. Oh my God. Did you get heroin?
He just said,
Oh, shit,
this is it.
That was the heroin's in.
Holy cow.
Oh shit! You forgot to tell me that was the fentanyl pack.
Did you drink that tea? Maybe that's what it was.
No.
I'm kidding. I'm
taking
kidding.
this away.
He said, this is it.
Everybody's done every idea ever.
Yeah.
You know?
Let's be original.
We'll just try shit out from every week.
I'm down.
Zyn. It's what's for dinner.
How should
Just
I
a
make
fucking experiment.
Fucking
Try, you know?
Trying life out. You know?
No, I get
Kurt.
that, but you were so adamant on doing it on the podcast.
Because, I mean, you gotta like tee it up.
Take a fucking Zenny bar, bro.
Not me.
You're not Zenning?
Nah. I'll
She did it
tea
already.
I'll do some tea, but
Pass the fuck out.
What do you mean tea? You do the same thing with tea? Oh, that's
no,
the fucking
I'll drink
kratom?
some tea.
God, all right.
Yeah, I'll do a fucking lip full of fucking tea for sure.
It tastes nice.
Yeah, tastes like coffee.
Yeah, it's cute.
I had a cinnamon one and it was burning.
Coffee flavor?
Yeah.
I actually have a cigar over there. I was gonna, for a little tiny little guy. Fucking, I was gonna do that with a little whiskey.
Light a cigar in here.
On the show?
No.
Oh.
No.
I was gonna say.
It's kind of cool.
That's a fucking thing we need to vote on.
What am I doing? Where am I putting it? Is
You could put it lower or upper, I think.
Or your butthole.
Yeah.
Zins around. Zins. Round the Zins. It's a little spicy, a little burning kind of.
Yeah, that's what happened and mine was burning. But I did cinnamon.
Who
And
wins?
then
Who throws?
I thought maybe
who
there was something
throws,
wrong with my
first?
gums.
I think you might have something wrong with your gums.
There you go.
Check 1, 2. See, I feel like I got to spit with something like this in my
Get
mouth.
yourself a cup.
I have water.
Spit in your water cup and then drink your own Zyn spit.
You have a thing with like taste though.
Is it coffee?
It's coffee,
Yeah.
yeah. It's nice.
It's like a latte.
How long you got to keep? How long does it take to feel it?
Good question.
I guess we're gonna find out, right?
There's
I
like
mean,
a nicotine buzz. I don't know how long that takes though.
Does Chris do them?
Yeah, all
the
day.
time?
All day. Like
We should've.
working in. Never mind. But yeah, so working or like at Cava.
We should have got some more.
Who's
like,
Chris?
We should have got some more
My
like
boyfriend.
feedback.
he does Zins.
You know,
From what?
someone that's a regular user.
You want me to call him?
No, let's just see what happens.
It is a weird burning.
Referring to somebody as a user, because it's kind of heavy.
Yeah, but I mean, he's a user. He's a daily user.
You
Now I
using?
feel like I can't drink my water.
Like, yeah, since I've been
But
using.
last
I
time
feel
when
like
you
I
had
can't go
kratom,
about
you
my day.
kept the.
I feel like I'm stuck here doing this.
Got it
See,
all
I
jammed
told
up.
you.
I had kratom and kava, I think, twice. I didn't really like it.
Drink up. I made you some.
This is me.
That's just for you. I made it.
So do I. But plus Zyn.
Something might happen after, but
Like
I
what?
feel like you can't drink and Zyn at the same time. It's hard.
why?
You gotta
oh,
be a
because
pro.
like the taste.
Yeah, aren't you gonna wash the nicotine straight down your mouth? Nicotine.
Should we Google that
I feel like you should have done a little more research.
I
before
know.
we Zyn?
Yeah.
This guy said we're fucking doing it. I'm like, all right.
Well, and then I
tastes
sent
really
him
good.
some
She scared the
videos
shit out
last
of me.
night of like him, people like throwing up and passing out. Because my experience was not good.
I'm gonna say those people don't have a hardy constitution.
I did it, and for
girls
like
are
a
different,
full
I think.
hour.
I mean, maybe that's sexist.
It
I don't-
wasn't.
I don't-
I'll take it.
I don't mean it to be.
That's fine.
Two videos were guys.
I'm a
though.
baby with certain things.
The two videos were guys,
Yeah.
Puking?
like big guys. Yeah.
And then I found one of like two guys on a podcast doing it, and I was like, is this where you got this idea from?
I mean, everybody's done every idea ever.
Yeah.
You know, so like,
Let's be original.
but trying out, we'll just try shit out from every week. You know.
That's fun. Jelly
Well,
beans.
we're gonna do
nicotine.
cold plunging next.
I'm down.
Zyn. It's what's for dinner.
I don't even think they do sponsorships. Zyn.
Is this owned by Tucker Carlson?
I think it's owned by or like Philip Morris. Pretty
Philip
sure.
Morris.
It was like cigarettes. What's the one that everybody got fucked up from?
Vape?
Juul.
Jules.
Oh yeah.
And then I think this is their new.
I feel like nobody really vapes anymore.
It's weird.
Yeah.
Do you feel anything like a head rush?
Not yet.
No, it's a good taste. It just feels weird. I feel a tiny burning. It's not a lot.
Yeah, but that's not what I'm concerned with. What I'm concerned with, like, is like you get anything in the body.
I don't think you get
No
anything in the
way.
body. I want to know
Or the
what's in the pouch. It's not just nicotine. It's not a pouch of nicotine. It's got to be a pouch of something.
It's definitely not worse than
I think
fucking banging down lines of cocaine all night.
No.
Certain, what's in cigarettes, like tar and all that?
I don't think
None of that's in it.
I think this is
I think that's not in this.
Yeah,
No,
'cause
yeah.
that would be dip.
I think that's kind of how they're
It's
billing
like
it,
better
right?
for you.
Yeah,
but
it's
not
like
good
just
for
the
you,
nicotine.
but not
Nicotine,
good, but better.
salt, and other food grade ingredients.
That's what it says?
Yeah.
So coffee for the flavoring.
You drinking with this?
I don't know.
Feels weird.
You got that's
You
kratom.
haven't taken a sip?
Is that kratom?
No, this is water.
Let's see.
He drank kratom last time, and he was feeling a little loosey-goosey,
Yeah.
Shimmied.
right?
Yeah.
I think as soon as I do something, I feel weird now, and I don't even think it's anything. I think
Because you're
it's
so
placebo.
worried about
It's
it.
in your
think-
head. I think
yeah,
it's
exactly.
you're
If
overthinking
it's just
it.
nicotine, I mean, I smoke
Where
cigars.
is yours? Why do I feel like you could see mine? Could you see mine?
See it.
You look like you're talking.
Where is
You look like
yours?
you have when you go to the dentist.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a gauze.
Novocaine.
Where's
Is
Yeah,
yours,
no.
guys?
It's in the shit.
And it keeps on falling out.
falling out.
Yeah.
Tuck that shit down.
I feel like you dipped.
I did, but then I threw up. Oh,
Put it in the top.
in the top?
Yeah.
I don't think I ever dipped. Maybe I did once.
That I think is the grossest thing that you could
Dip?
ever do.
Oh, it
Ooh,
turns
the
colors.
water bottle, like with all the.
My brother has
The
a
spit?
car fucking full of spit
That's
water
disgusting.
I think I'm gonna need a spit cup though.
Ah, you feel like you have to spit, right?
Should
Some
I get,
people
should I,
spit.
you want me to go get spit cups?
I'll get the spit cup.
Get some spit cups.
Ugh. I
He's
feel
gonna
weird.
take his out.
It's in for right now.
Oh shit, I'm fucked up.
Imagine he just pukes all like projectile. Mine's behind me on the seat.
That would make for
I
good
never,
content.
I never put it in my mouth. I threw it behind me.
Shut
Seriously?
up.
Yeah.
You
Oh my
bitch.
god.
Wait, are you serious?
And he's the one who brought this whole thing
You're
up.
the pusher the whole time.
I know.
Yeah. I'm a fucking
Baby.
I'm a meddler. You know. I'm a big fucking scientist.
You are like the puppet master.
I'll go home tonight and in the comfort of my own home, fucking put two in and fuck both of you guys up.
You were really slow on that fuck. I was like,
I
what?
was not. I was not.
I think you'll be fine. I mean, they're fine.
That's one cup. That's not going to work for all of us.
I'm taking mine out.
See, I told you.
It's like,
I can't believe you guys.
this is kind of like this nicotine gum.
Nicotine.
Nicotine
Nicorette.
gum. I feel the buzz already. I
It's
feel
like,
Totally.
it like burns my throat. Because I swallowed it.
it.
So how are you
taking Post-it notes.
how are you gonna switch from cigarettes to that then?
I don't think I am.
Obviously, I'm the risk positive guy in the group.
You're the wild
We'll
card.
see you in a couple hours.
It tastes pretty good, but it gave me that little burning
Well, but you know what
There's
though?
different flavors, though.
It's good because we wouldn't be a good team if we were all fucking
You can't be
crazy
the
risk
same.
risk takers.
Can't
We,
be
we,
the
we
same.
wouldn't be a good team.
Do one more.
I hope the camera is getting that.
Why don't you just get a vape?
Oof.
Or you think you'll be doing that all day?
I
every
did a
day?
vape, and then my throat was horrible.
Kurt's an
after
old
that.
school guy. He's
Yeah.
fucking
Yeah.
Charlie Camel.
I feel like it's one of those things that if you've been doing it for so long,
I
why
feel
fuck
like you
it up?
kind of have to get rid of the habit, though. It's not like cool anymore.
It's not.
Siggies. Yeah, it's not.
Most people do like to hang out with the person smoking a cigarette.
I love it.
Who?
I love
Anybody.
Love.
I just the scent.
no, but like I have always loved the.
I've never
It's a
smoked
night out,
cigarette.
and like like let's say you're at a bar or a club or something, right? And you're in there and you're doing that thing, right? Going out to the smoking section.
The cool people are
even
there?
though I'm not smoking, I like the change of worlds. I like stepping out
You
of
like
one
the
world
scenery.
into another world, and then everybody's talking shit.
But
and
then,
it's like talking.
but you're smoking at that point.
No, I'm not smoking.
No, he doesn't smoke.
You're just
I
hanging
don't,
out.
I don't smoke cigarettes.
You just hang out with the
I've seen you
smokers.
smoke cigarettes.
No, when we were young, I used to.
You're just
Yeah.
hanging out with dirtbags then.
Yeah.
Now.
Why are we dirtbags?
Kurt, I mean,
You smell like dirtbags? Is that why?
I feel like the population of people that still smoke is very small.
Oh, it
I've
has.
been
Very.
hanging out with Kurt in the smoking section for 20 plus years.
Absolutely.
Kurt, did you ask him to hang out with you in the smoking section?
Sometimes I do.
Okay.
Sometimes I do.
Sometimes he looks at me and goes, "Is it time for a cigarette?"
It's always
yeah,
time
let's
for
go.
a cigarette with this guy. He asked me, like, when's Jackie getting here? I was like, 10 minutes. He's like, perfect.
Yeah, I'm
I can
definitely
smoke two cigarettes at a time.
I'm definitely catching the nicotine buzz. It's strong. And
Yeah?
It's
How do you
it's-
feel? Like loopy?
No, I don't feel. No. Nicotine buzz, I feel like is like a head buzz.
Now you should start drinking some tea.
I feel like that might be a mistake.
Yeah, I think
I
so.
feel like you are gonna feel like you should fly.
You just met me and you want to see me bad.
You said you're a risk taker.
Yeah, exactly.
So what happened was on Saturday I had to go. I was buying these for somebody else that is a regular user, and
User is an amazing
I
word.
know. User is
It's an amazing term.
what else should I say?
Like the guy does these all the time.
Same thing.
User is
regular.
a downgrade.
A regular
regular-
Zinner.
A regular Zinner. Okay. So I went to one place, they didn't have them, and the guy was like Indian, and he's like, no, I can't get those. So I was like, oh, wow, now we're on a little bit of a treasure hunt, So,
I think
but of
they
course,
have them at 7-Eleven.
I think they do, yeah.
Oh.
But the next place I went to, they had them, and they looked it just looks cool, though, right? This is kind of cool.
Does
looking,
a dip can is cool.
right?
I don't love the brown color.
That's
But
for
it's 'cause it's
coffee,
coffee
though.
Flavor.
Got it.
But
Okay.
like the wall of them with all the different colors.
Wait. Give me.
Let him try. Let him try.
This move. This is
There it is.
So
this is the famous fucking dip move. And the cigarettes, too.
Yeah.
You do that. You pack cigarettes?
Of course you pack.
Give a
the
little
cigarettes.
pack. Give a little pack.
Well, no, it's open.
Why?
now.
What
do a
does
little
it-
pack.
But what
You
does
can't
that
do it now. It's open.
Oh,
It makes it more compact. It lasts a little bit
It's
longer.
just an
Gives you an
obsessive,
extra minute.
compulsive,
OCD.
tick,
Yeah.
I believe.
No, it gives you an extra 60 seconds on a cigarette.
how far
Oh
down
my
are you
God.
smoking those things? Like
An extra
to the
60
filter?
seconds.
Depend. It all depends. All
you
depends on how it is.
you fe- you
if you're rushing one, you're not doing to the filter. But most of the time,
If
I
you
mean, you
have the
got to get your
time,
money's worth.
You're gonna do the full thing.
Sure. I
You
mean, how-
feel this right away. You feel it right away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
But it's not bad. I would have preferred to have a little bit more on my stomach,
Hmm.
but it doesn't. It's not bad.
I can't imagine what 6 milligrams is because that's only
That's what
3.
I did.
Those are for the real users.
Not a
I
good.
guess.
Not a
But
good time.
I smoke all day though.
This is probably nice, right? After you work out, have a little meal, and do it after. Like like when
After you
when you start to
work
work, you would like these.
I just did that, but I just had a protein shake too, and my stomach's a little queasy.
Yeah,
That's
but
why I don't want to try it.
I think
I'm
you
also
would,
scared.
I think you would like this.
I don't think it's good for him to do though. Nicotine is very addictive.
All right, so let me finish the story.
Okay, go ahead.
So
It's a great conversation thing.
I go into the place, I buy them, and the girl who wanted them wanted the 6 one, so I was like, oh, I got 3. Let me try those. So I get to the place.
Wait, that's the whole reason you went to buy them was for her, and then you
Yeah.
bought. I thought you were going for yourself.
No.
Specifically for the 3s.
No, I was buying them for Alicia, and then I was like, wow, spearmint, fucking winter mint. I like coffee. Let me try those.
Gotta indulge.
And I wanted to, also I wanted to see how much they I just did Kurt. I was like, I wanted to see how much they cost. He's like, well, if you bought one, you wouldn't know how much it cost.
Sure
But
you
I
would.
wanted to see what it felt like to buy 2 for some reason.
Makes no sense.
$15 for
Yeah,
2.
it's $7, 7 and change.
And what are we getting here? 20?
This is $15.
And how much is that?
No, one is set.
$15.
For one.
Yeah.
So one
15
is
for a pack.
Yep.
How long does it last you?
A day.
A day?
Yeah.
This is a problem. We got to do something about it.
It's agreed.
we'll work on it in the new year. So I get to the kava place, and there's a guy sitting there, and I'm talking to everybody else about like, oh, this will be my first time doing it. Everybody's like, yeah, do it. You'll be fine, And I'm like, I already had some kava and some kratom and the fucking weed pen. So I was like,
Oh, you were going to do it then?
yeah. So then
While
this
you were
guy,
eating your prosciutto and your...
oh yeah, and I was having that beautiful
looks-
sandwich.
That
I was just
really
having
good.
a fucking me day, all right?
Yeah, well,
To
sounds
throw
beautiful.
Zyn in
Sounds-
also.
Gotta try something new.
So there's a guy sitting there who I didn't know who it was, and he turns around, he overhears the whole conversation, and I think he goes there. I just didn't know who it was, and he goes, "Have you ever smoked cigarettes before?" And I'm like, "No." He's like, "But you vape, right?" And I said, "Yeah, mostly just weed though." And he's like, "So you've never had nicotine before?" And I was like, "No." He's like, "Yeah, don't do that."
Don't do it. Don't do it.
So he's
No
like,
way.
so I'll do it on the podcast.
You've smoked cigars before.
Yeah, but there's nicotine in there.
Is there nicotine in there?
Bruh.
I don't know if nicotine was in there.
Of course there's nicotine in there.
think it's just
Nicotine
straight
is
tobacco.
naturally occurring in tobacco.
Oh, okay. See, I don't really know.
This
the
is
whole-
non.
like, how often
this
are you
is
doing
this is
that?
not. This is a non-tobacco product. That's I think the reason
That's
why
the
they.
sell.
Yeah, they're marketing this as if it's better for you because it's non-tobacco.
Got it. Because tobacco is what gives you the cancer.
I don't know. Who knows?
I don't
The,
think
like
it's
the
nicotine.
tar and all that.
Yeah,
Right.
because they're saying, warning, this product contains nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical. They're not saying that these chemicals are known to cause cancer.
Yeah.
But they definitely are.
I mean, who knows?
I mean, definitely.
I think life causes cancer.
Regular
I mean,
users
we
of
live
Zyn,
on Long Island, so we're fucked.
fucked. Regular users of
What
Zyn.
does that mean?
4 or
What did
5
you guys
There's
just
such
agree
a
on?
high
the
rate of
water.
I don't
cancer
think.
on Long Island.
I know.
Especially breast cancer.
I don't think that's. I don't. I
You
think.
look at the map, Google it.
But I just think it's because.
Breast cancer map?
I think the reason why it's a high rate of breast cancer is because I think that we have a gigantic population. I think the reason why the numbers are big
That
is
helps.
because there's like fucking 7 million people that live on
Lots
this
of
island.
nips.
But it's got it's got to be. It's got to be.
His favorite thing.
I don't
is
think like the whole
nipples.
water conspiracy. I don't think
It's got to be adjusted though for like population.
I don't think it is.
You can't just say because there's more people, there's more cancer. Like that's
Yeah, that's
pretty bad science.
obvious.
I don't. I mean, I think people play with the numbers. I think that's what people do.
Isn't there a place in like Ohio that like the whole town got cancer?
Wasn't it because the train derailed?
I think so.
Yeah, I think that was it.
Right?
Train derailed, and then all like the shit spewed out,
This is
and they
it.
kind of like covered it up.
Oh.
Are you okay? Is everything okay?
He's close.
He's nodding out. Oh my God. Did you get an heroin?
He just said,
Oh, shit,
this is it.
That was the heroin's in.
Holy cow.
Oh shit! You forgot to tell me that was the fentanyl pack.
Did you drink that tea? Maybe that's what it was.
No,
I'm
Not
kidding.
enough
I'm
of that. taking this
kidding.
away.
He said, this is it.
I do want to try that again.
What?
That.
Yeah, now's
See?
not the time.
Now's not the time. Yeah. Got to be.
I say if you're gonna do it, just do it
Just
all
go.
at once.
Just
Yeah.
go. Nah.
So the question is how long are you? So like a cigarette burns out.
Right.
How long are you supposed to keep that in your mouth for?
Well,
Till
eventually-
the taste runs out.
Yeah, I was gonna say you probably suck all the juices.
Yeah.
out.
Does it taste different now?
No, it's just kind of sitting there.
But it's still hitting.
It's hitting. Yeah, it's hitting.
What I saw a thing that people put them in their buttholes and their foreskins.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
Are they really doing that?
Yeah.
In their foreskins?
Yeah.
But that's like excessively strange. Like you're
That's like for the
you're taking things
video,
to a
for the
farther
viral
place.
Yeah. Or it's like a quicker hit, you know?
Burning the tip
No,
of your
but like
dick?
what I want to understand the mental math of like I'm gonna take this thing and put it in my dick. Like,
I want it
like,
to happen right away. Or
yeah,
something.
but the math of the mental math that's going on is a different kind of person.
Trying to go viral.
Yeah, exactly. It's all for views.
Yeah.
Or you're a user of other things and fucking
True.
you know
If
the
you're sticking,
secrets.
if you're sticking Zins up your butt,
Yeah.
you're
Well, you
using
got a
other
bigger
things.
problem
That's
than
not
that.
that's not the first thing you stuck up your butt.
Definitely not.
Ooh, you probably
You're a
can't
little
get
too
it out.
comfortable.
He's like, oh, I'm having soup. Let me see if this works too.
Well, it's great to meet you, and these guys said you did a great job the last time around.
Thank you.
And
Nice to meet you,
good
too.
good to have you back, and great to meet you.
Oh man.
Zens and fucking
We'll see if you remember this after today.
no, come on, this is not going to take me to not remember.
Imagine like the show ends and he crawls out of here on all fours.
Goes under his desk and sleeps there for 4 days.
I'm like, guys, what happened? Did we do the podcast?
Zin's the greatest thing ever.
No, it's you know it's bright. I'm bright right now. I'm bright,
Right.
but I'm also like
Something I was thinking about today was sharing.
sharing what?
Just sharing in general. How do you feel about sharing?
Like talking sharing
No,
or
no,
like
no.
sharing food?
Things like objects,
Well,
like
I don't know where this is going.
sharing food, sharing like just sharing in general.
Historically, I haven't been so great with sharing food.
Okay.
Because my thing about that is, like, I will gladly, like, treat the people around me to food. Like, I'll buy food
I was
for
going
other
to say
people.
that. I like to do
But
that.
not your food.
But my particular, because I'm like, well, if you wanted it, but I guess like, you know, like in like relationship scenarios, you'd like split. Or like, no, if you go to a restaurant and you say, all right, we'll each get a burger, we'll split the wings.
Not
I
a
mean,
huge
you
fan of
know,
that.
certain,
Not a
I
huge
mean,
fan of that.
You don't like that?
Certain things are,
is it a girly thing?
girls do that.
I'm
Like
just
we're
not a
always like,
fan.
we'll get this, and this, and we'll all share it. It's like a girl thing, right?
I think girls initiate that more than guys do. And I think in a lot of scenarios, it makes a lot of sense. In some
Yeah.
scenarios, it's
because sometimes like I don't want to commit to this whole thing,
yeah, that I don't have that issue with
or I
food.
want to try two
Seems like
different
a
things.
you issue, though. I want to commit to a steak. I don't want to share my
I
steak
think it's
with
also
you.
like a portion thing sometimes. Like sometimes my wife and I will split things just to like for portion
No,
control.
that
Yeah.
that's
You know?
logical.
That makes sense.
That makes sense. But I don't have the problem with some people have like what I think what you're saying is like I usually know what I want, and I'll get the same thing.
Sometimes I
Like,
want a few things.
I don't really like to experiment too much when it comes
have
to.
everything that we want.
Why
You're
not?
supposed to go back and then get another one.
What about like bathroom products, like sharing bathroom products in like a shared space?
I don't know if I share
Like,
anything but shampoo.
As
and...
in like
Like we used to say
body
toothbrush?
wash or like a
Yeah.
bar of soap is
Yeah.
weird.
Yeah.
Really? Like
We
with your
share a
boyfriend?
loofah.
Like if you guys.
No, but I mean like if you're like sharing a hotel room with like a few people, like me and my friends, like isn't it weird if we all use the same bar of soap?
I don't think so.
No, the soap is the cleanest thing in the room.
No. I wouldn't do that.
You think that there's grossness on the soap?
I mean, like bar soap, not really getting down.
I mean,
with
I'm
that
not really
much,
going
too
to
much.
use bar soap anyway, but
I don't think twice about things like
Because
that.
everybody's using body wash now.
yeah.
Oh my gosh.
But that's a long running topic between us. Like these guys are germaphobes, kind of.
He's
I'm
got.
good with a
Is
bar
this why
soap.
you're asking because of the sharing of the food?
No, so on Saturday I bought a bunch of like toiletries for the bathroom, right? In here. And it's a weird
Oh,
bathroom.
I wouldn't share anything either. That's what you're talking about.
This is
I'm
a
not
dude-
sharing
a
anything.
dude-
Talking about the
bathroom.
minty body wash.
No. That I don't care about.
I've
The
been,
body-
I've been
Wait,
using
no,
that.
that I don't care
In
about.
I've been using that.
in the shower
Yeah, so
here,
there's a
you mean?
shower in here,
Okay.
and then there's like some shelves that have a lot of like African American products on it. I don't know what that's all about.
I know what it's about.
One of our team members is an African
But
American.
like there's a lot.
like
There's
cocoa
a-
butter and like
Yeah,
that
yeah,
type
yeah,
of stuff.
It's like
Okay.
just straight up coconut oil.
Yeah, it's
There's a
very
lot.
moisturizing.
I mean, there's not that. It's not. There's too many.
So somebody used what you bought.
Yeah, well, I don't know, right? I'm not
sounds like-
sure,
the proof.
but it's just like that shared bathroom setting had me thinking a lot about sharing, and like there's towels that have been in there for real long
no.
periods of
No,
time.
I don't fuck with that. That's
And
weird.
I think that there's people sharing towels here, not me.
No, you gotta bring your own stuff.
I mean,
Here we go.
The past couple of weeks, because of certain circumstances, I have used some towels in there.
I've been using.
You don't know
everybody's
whose they
shit.
were.
No,
Were they
no,
like folded and
No,
like?
they're hanging
that
up.
they
They're
were
hanging
yours.
up on the. No. Some of them were not. I know they weren't mine. But I didn't have a towel, so what was I gonna do?
They wipe their ass with that. They
No,
dried their
normally
ass with that.
normally what I do is I bring my own towel, I shower, and then I bring my towel and I hang my towel up on the back of my door, and then I use my towel.
Right.
That's what
Yeah.
90% of the time. But recently, certain circumstances provided, I have not had a towel, and I've used towels that were in there.
I feel like people
pretty
that like
bold.
open.
I think I just like use my shirt.
Yeah.
You would
that
use your
point.
shirt instead of use somebody else's towel?
Yeah, I'm not
So
gonna touch
you're-
on someone
you're a
else's
germaphobe?
towel.
A little bit?
Is that a germaphobe or is that just like
I think it's germaphobe.
weird? Like, what if somebody else used it on their balls and then I'm wiping my face?
Yeah, but like
It's
I
not
mean,
what if. They definitely used it on
Yeah.
their balls. So you're either okay with that or you're not okay
I'm
with
not.
that.
Yeah, but I don't even think about that.
I think
good.
also it kind of
So you
goes
get
into
sick.
our conversation about like
I don't think anybody
most
ever
people
got
are
sick.
more disgusting than like you
Yeah.
think.
Oh yeah.
But I feel like I'm clean and pretty fucking.
Yeah, but
no,
do you
this
think
isn't about
everybody
you.
else is as clean as you?
No, I mean I think
Definitely not, Jesse.
no.
There
I
was
mean,
a person that used to be here all the time that never wore shoes.
Shoes? like I take 2 showers a day.
Yeah.
Sometimes 3.
That's crazy.
Some people skip days sometimes.
Yeah, I do.
This
There you go.
wasn't about cleanliness. My point was that like
Sharing.
there's people that are cool with sharing, right? But there's also people on the other side who are just looking for sharers because they don't want to fucking.
Yes. I mean, listen, if
There's
I,
a lot of that.
If I bought toiletries because I work out of the gym and I sometimes shower here, I wouldn't care if people use them unless it's like, on like a roll-on
yeah,
deodorant,
yeah.
stuff like
Yep,
that. If
yep.
somebody's going to use my shampoo, I don't care. That's fine.
But if you don't think it's weird that like sometimes like you know what the hair product that you use smells like,
Right.
And then all of a sudden you just pass
somebody else and
and
they're wearing it.
Oh, that guy smells exactly like my hair product.
Well, I think if you put it out, then you should expect that someone's going to use it.
I know.
Yeah, I think if it's definitely.
Yeah, if
Unless
it's out in
you
public.
take a little shower caddy into your office and
Yeah,
back.
that's
kind of like a lot of work.
that also goes to the age-old question, I think, of when people steal people's lunch in community refrigerators.
all the time.
That's a big no-no.
That's weird.
Steal a lunch? Like,
Oh yeah. So Jen has had her lunch stolen in a teacher's room, where she would
weird.
walk in and her muffins are gone or her half of her sandwich is gone.
Yeah, that's weird.
I've brought food in where sometimes I don't eat it in one day. I'll bring like food for 2 days in because we got a refrigerator. I'll go the second day to
it's
go
gone?
for that food.
Here?
No. At my other job. And I'll go in and all of a sudden that's gone.
That's weird.
That's weird.
Do you think
That's-
people are throwing it out though?
I think.
You think
poten-
people are
Nope.
actually eating it?
I think people are
That's
eating it.
weird.
100%.
I would say that there's a potential that they're throwing it out.
No.
Because
they-
if
I would-
there's
stuff in there
other
longer.
I
food
would
in there from the day
never-
before, then
Right.
definitely not.
Go and say, "Oh, this is a half sandwich. I'm gonna try it."
People do it.
I've done it.
Ugh.
You've done it? You haven't done it.
I've done it here. I've eaten someone's food in here.
Really?
Holy shit.
Like knowingly that whose it was, or you didn't know.
I'm trying to think of the circumstance.
No, that would probably make him not eat it. If he knew, if he
Yeah.
knew who it was.
I think it was like leftovers or something like that. I guess that doesn't
Of a
really count.
community meal?
Yeah.
That's a little
That's
bit
a little
different.
different.
Okay, all right.
Yeah,
That's a
that's
little bit
different.
different.
Not that big of a scumbag?
It's
No,
not-
because it's not like I brought in
Right.
my pasta from last night and you were like, oh, fuck it, I'm going to eat this.
Right.
Yeah, that's weird. Like,
That's
here's my
weird.
Never done
Tupperware with my portion. And like,
Yeah.
that's weird.
Never done
That's
that.
like you're a real certain kind
If
of
you're
person.
first to leftovers from a community meal, that's different.
Yeah, that's like fair game.
You just beat everybody.
I just feel like people are taking advantage of the sharers out there a lot.
I think there's a lot of people who scoundrel and they look for things.
Yeah,
that
but
are
I
out
think
there.
I think you got to accept the fact that if you take the role of provider in any scenario, people are going to take advantage, and you got to like just like big corporations have like pilferage percentages. You just got to know that's what it is. If you're the guy and you're providing in any scenario, people are going to take. It's just the nature of human beings.
yeah,
Frustrating.
yeah.
I don't.
Well, maybe
just
put it in your
installed-
office.
They
No,
just
I'm not saying me specifically.
Oh.
This is just in general. It's just frustrating in general. Or like, you're out to dinner and you pick up the tab and no one ever reciprocates. Or stuff like that. I'm putting
yeah.
it all in that category.
I've
yeah.
noticed,
You know?
I've noticed. I don't know what it is. Maybe I don't know what it is, but the last couple times I've gone out and met people at a bar, I'm always the first one to be like, "What do you want? What do you want? What do you want?" Right?
Right.
So I'll give my fucking card.
Like to go up and get a drink
Yeah,
for
I'll
everybody.
give my card. I'll buy the first round, and then all of a sudden,
Nobody else
I don't
does
think
it.
they're doing it on purpose. I really don't. Because every once in a while,
Some
at the end of the
people are
night,
just
they're like, "What do I owe you?" I hate when they say, "What do I owe you?" It's like, give me money that you probably think you know you spent.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Don't say, "What do I owe you?" 20, 40.
Yeah, but I feel
Just
like
give me
as-
something or don't give me anything at all. I'll take care of it or whatever, and I'll remember it. But I always feel like I'm the first one. People will just go around, sit down, and then they're just sitting there. You're at a fucking bar. Who's going up for the first drinks? Me. Always me. Always me.
Yeah, but I feel, and I know you're going to come after me for what I'm about to say, but I feel like you can't, in those scenarios, like if you're going to treat, you treat and you don't think about it.
No, and that's fine.
You're
and you
saying
gotta
it's
know
always the
who
same
you're with.
people that
But
aren't.
you're
He's
gonna,
not
you're
saying-
gonna
that's
go
not
up
what
to
he's
the bar and be like, "Yeah, put it on Kurt's tab." No, you're gonna
No.
go up to the bar the next drink and you're gonna say, "Here's my card."
I most of the time, I put the card back and fucking,
But that's what I'm saying. I have no problem getting the first round, whatever. That's fine. I have no problem paying the bill. But don't come up to me and say, "What do I owe you?" Because I don't know what you fucking owe me, and I'm not gonna divvy up between 15 people.
As adults in our 40s, that shouldn't be happening too much.
It shouldn't be happening.
I mean, if you're hanging out with the wrong people.
No, that's Kurt's point is 100% correct. It's not
think
like,
it's the
what do I
same
owe you? It's
people.
here's $60.
Exactly.
Here's
I think
$100.
it's the same person doing that as the same person that uses other people's stuff.
yes,
think
and
you're
eats their
It's a
food
guy
in
with
the-
your
in the
hair product.
refrigerator. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, some
crazy.
people are
Smell
mooch.
like
Some people are
blueberries.
mooches, you know?
I'm the only guy around here that smells like blueberries, all right?
Well, you know, it's not me. I don't have enough hair to use product, so it's not
I don't
me.
use product.
I don't think anybody used it personally, but I'm just like, now I'm thinking about it.
It's a warning.
Yeah.
If you smell like blueberries, he's coming for you.
Maybe I should put it in my office.
On
actually,
site.
Now that I think
Yeah.
about it. Another thing that I struggled with on Saturday when I did a little CVS hit and then put it in there, so I'm using the shower more, is like my comb. Can't leave that in there.
Oh, no.
Because
That's
someone would use that.
beyond, yeah.
Someone would use another person's comb in this place, in that public bathroom.
I don't use a comb.
I don't think
I know,
would
I'm
do
not
that.
talking about you. I'm just saying in general. Jesus Christ.
Jesse's gonna have 9 sins and be like, "Stop attacking me."
The amount of people that go into that bathroom every day,
Yeah.
someone's using that comb.
Is it one shower?
I mean, I don't know. You think so?
I think that's a big step.
Who
Using somebody's
would use your comb?
Gets one shower. I think so.
We got to
A
make
girl's not using your comb. They have their own comb.
think-
You have a comb in
Yeah.
that purse?
No, but
A comb.
We got to make more money and create executive showers.
Yeah, of course. Definitely.
or like you have.
Basically, what I'm
We'd
saying
love
is
to
I
have a
like my own
shower.
bathroom.
Yeah.
How about you get little toiletry kits?
Yeah, then it feels like you're on vacation or something.
Or at college.
I have
Yeah,
been thinking
yeah.
about like ordering more body wash and stuff like for months because like there's just a like we keep on like
yeah,
filling.
but your and my relationship is different. I know I have to take care of you. You know, like that's not
That's a
why I'm saying
given.
any of this. The rest of these fucking mooches around here.
Is there a lot of people taking showers here?
Yeah.
Really?
Enough.
How many people actually work here? About.
Probably over 50 at this point.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, so you don't even know who?
Are
it
they
could be.
taking showers?
No,
in
no,
there?
but not. But no, there isn't 50 people using that bathroom.
No.
Fucking
No.
wood dust?
I would say it gets used 4 or 5 times a day.
That's a lot.
Not
And
the
I
shower.
know how many, but yeah,
I think the shower is primarily just me and Tony. Primarily.
maybe 3 or 4.
I think like Brandon will shower in there sometimes after jiu-jitsu.
I've seen him in there. I could usually tell how much is being used by the amount of pubes on the floor.
Ew. That's what they're using your comb for.
Oh,
Definitely.
Pubes are the worst.
Pube combs. Yeah, but once again, like, would never think about that.
You're kidding me.
I don't
you
like-
walk into a public shower like this and you see pubes all over the floor. You're not going and kicking in the water.
I mean, like, unless it's like a real, unless it's like a real bushel of pubes. You know what I
Oh
mean?
my god.
And that's what you mean by the bar of soap. You could sometimes see one
Yes,
floating on that shit.
yes.
Oh my gosh.
Pubes is a great word.
Pubes is a great
Ew.
word.
How about this girl I always see at the gym is always walking around barefoot into the shower, out of the shower, around the locker room, and I'm like, I want to say something.
Gym
Like-
bathrooms is a whole
and this is a full
microcosm
gym.
of itself.
Like, it's not like 5 people are using it. It's at Unique.
Yeah.
And she's walking around on the phone. And I'm like, I want to be like, girl, you're going to get athlete's fucking foot.
I have what I think is the best gym bathroom story ever. Crunch in Amityville. I go there from time to time. And I walk in one day and there's this old man standing at the sink, completely naked, with a face full of shaving cream. He's completely naked. No towel, no nothing. Ding-a-ling, just wagging in the wind. And he's shaving, like with a smile on his face. And he's just shaving. His whole face is shaving creamed up. And he's just...
I don't know who could do that.
And he's
Old
just
guys love
standing
being
there completely naked.
Old guys don't care about being naked, I feel
I
like.
think I'm going to say something. It might be controversial, but I think he might have been gay because I feel like
Might have
that's
been trolling?
I feel like that's a thing that gay guys do.
They're a little more comfortable
Like
with
gay
their
guys
body.
are like fucking another guy will fucking see this and be like,
They're
yo,
waiting for a compliment on their piece.
Yeah, like
Wait. Was it like impressive, his wiener?
I know I was so afraid. I was like,
He didn't want to make
You don't
eye
have to say
contact
that
with
here.
him.
You can tell us.
no,
You're
he
amongst
was,
friends.
if it
no,
was
he was
decent.
old and he
You
was
could
just standing right there, and I walked right by him and I was like, oh my god, like fucking like I was shocked.
Put it this way: should he have been doing that, or should he have been
Okay,
hiding?
yeah, there you go.
I don't think I really seen the ween. I don't think I
right.
saw it, but he was old, so it was probably like really shriveled. He was really old. He was like in his like easily in his 60s, maybe even older.
Maybe
But
he
like
did
what
his
was
in and then
amazing is that he
didn't
had
give a fuck.
the full shaving cream, full face of shaving cream. That was the best part.
Getting all his pieces.
That's crazy. There's a lot of nudity in the girls' locker room.
No. I
Everybody's
think, though,
covered
there
up.
is a point when you get to a certain age, you just don't give a fuck.
I don't think I would ever be that.
I don't think I would do that either, but I think the older I get, the less I like care. Like I'll change in the bathroom now. I mean, in the locker room now, where before I'd be like, oh my God, you know, now I'm like, I don't care.
Why are we changing? Because you got to go to work?
Yeah, like after work,
okay.
I'm going to the gym or something.
Got it. I would just figure you gym clothes, you sweat, you get in your car, you leave.
No, well, I mean,
I'm not going to
right to
wear
work.
this to the gym or something, you know?
Right.
showering there is convenient.
Yeah.
I don't fuck with that, but
At the gym?
no.
No.
What, showering at the gym? No.
I mean, I don't necessarily have to. If I had to, maybe, but I'm not one of those like go to the gym really early, shower, and get ready for work. Like this takes a long time.
I did that
it's
for
not.
years.
It's not going to work out. It's
Well,
not
what
gonna
about
work
that?
out.
Are there girls that are there for like hours getting ready after the gym?
I think so.
I've never
Probably.
seen it, but I'm sure.
Probably in the morning.
I think,
Yeah.
like early morning, like the 5, 6 a.m.
Yeah,
crew.
that's not me, so I wouldn't know.
It's a lot to like prepare for.
That's what I'm saying. I can't make. You want me to bring my whole makeup bag, my Dyson,
Yeah.
No, it's not going to happen.
It's a lot to prepare for. Here, it's easy because it's like
It's right here.
you got shit here. People using.
Yeah, you could put it in your office.
Yeah, people using each other's hair gel. It's fun. You know,
I want to know who it was.
there was nobody. I'm just creating a scenario in my head.
No, that's not true. I feel like you're just saying that.
No, but I mean, it's happened before. I feel like someone used my comb before and I had to throw it out.
How do you feel like somebody used your comb? You saw a different piece of hair in there?
Yes.
How about this one guy that goes to Massapequa? He'll ask people if he could try their food, just like random people, not like his friends. He asked somebody if they could he could try their salad. I'm like, that's weird.
What, that's like a video thing that he's doing? Or this is just a guy
No,
that's
he's
like
just
hanging
sitting
out?
there like, oh, that looks good.
Yeah,
Can I
that's called
try
a
it?
bum. That's not a regular person. That's
That would be a good like video thing.
right.
Yeah.
Just going up to people asking
Like,
for a
yo,
bite of their food.
Can I get a piece of your salad?
How many people give it to
Let
him?
me get a bite of your pizza.
There's been like 3 or 4 people that have said it like separately.
Now, do they like use the same fork?
I don't know how it works.
Or it's like he's the person who's like feeding him the piece of pizza.
It's
like,
got to
"Here,
be the
try
end
this."
of the
You
salad.
guys
It's
serve
gotta be
food
the end.
at
No, but people will bring in food.
That's weird. That's even weirder.
No, well, there's a whole other
He
conversation.
definitely brings in food.
Because,
No, I'm not saying
multiple
bringing
times.
food is weird.
Oh.
I'm saying the guy asking for can I try your food?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
That's
I
like
think
it's,
super
like
weird.
if they serve food, maybe it's like one thing, which is also weird. But it's a
There's a
deeper
lot
level.
of weird. Yes,
It's a deeper level of
like,
weird.
I just brought in like I don't know. I got food from whatever Burgerology next door. This didn't happen to me, but. And he was like, "Can I try one of your French fries?" I'm like, what the fuck is your name? Like, what do you mean? Like, I don't even know who you are.
That's his pickup line.
There's
Good
people,
work.
There's people.
Good work.
Can I try your food?
It's so ballsy.
Could I have a fry?
It's so
I
ballsy. It
wouldn't
might
say-
open up,
I wouldn't say,
No.
could I have a bite of your burger? I might say, no, I wouldn't
Somebody
say. I'm
fucking
kidding.
says, "Can I try your food?" I'm blowing my rape whistle. Instantly. There's also people. What we thought you were saying is that there's also people who it's normal to eat in that place.
Yes.
Like people bring food in all the time, just like at a brewery that doesn't
Yeah.
serve food.
Yeah.
Like you're drinking, it's an establishment, people are hanging out.
They don't
There's
serve food.
a set of people who are like so against it
Yeah.
and repulsed by it.
Like,
bringing
won't-
food in.
Yeah.
And like won't think it's weird to like eat there.
I think it's a little. I don't want to say weird. Weird might not be the right
Yeah,
word. but
weird's tough.
I wouldn't think to do that though.
If you're there like
Hours.
all day.
I guess I don't do that. I don't like.
What?
I don't.
You shouldn't be there all day. There's got to be something
You're
else
right.
to do.
I mean, you're right,
There's
but-
got to be something else to do. Are people having lunch and dinner there?
No, but he's like a big
Sometimes.
coffee shop guy that who'll go somewhere, post
Or
up, and
like
work there,
in-
like
Right.
that. Yeah,
Right,
that,
or
in
in-
that case, it's different.
In Patchogue, it's right next to Redefine. You could just go get yourself a meal.
I think
And
that's
also,
weird.
the other thing is, if you drink that on an empty stomach, you're gonna get sick.
Yeah. I
So
think
sometimes it's like, oh, like let's grab food and like go get some kava.
I don't like people who bring their pets into restaurants. I think that's
Yeah,
gross.
that, I mean,
I see that all the time.
it doesn't really bother me actually.
That's
now
a
that I
very
think about it.
European thing too. They allow
Bothers
pets
me.
everywhere.
No reason for an animal to be in a restaurant.
Especially one that's barking all the time.
I haven't
my
ran into that.
God.
Usually they're very well behaved dogs, the ones that I've run into. But I don't want them around.
It's interesting the whole like the way that's changed to where like dogs like are with people.
I just don't see the need. I just don't see the need for it.
I think it's cool if you have a dog that's trained enough to be with you anywhere, but I also
Do you
don't.
have a dog?
I also
Yeah,
don't
I have
think.
a dog.
I also don't think you should bring your dog.
What
anywhere.
if you like were out all day and then you had to go to I don't know meet a friend and you felt
You
bad?
never
leaving
have
your
to go
dog
and meet
again?
a friend.
Whatever.
You never have to go and
What
meet
if
a
you
friend.
had
I
a
got to take care of
plan?
my dog. Then I would leave my dog at home. I'm not taking my dog to a restaurant ever.
I've taken my dogs to Barrique and like on the outside
Outside.
tables, and they sit and they they lay down.
Outside's a little bit more
Yeah, outside
acceptable.
I've never done inside, but
That's a little bit more acceptable. But I go to the bathroom. I got to walk around the
But
dog.
I don't bring like
it's-
I did it a couple times. My dog's big and scary, and people are afraid.
yeah,
of them.
people are definitely scared of your dogs.
I was in Stop and Shop. There was a dog in there last night. It was interesting.
I was at the Roosevelt Field Mall on Sunday, and people had dogs there.
People
Walking
like
around the
multiples.
mall?
I saw multiple people walking dogs, big dogs, and my sons were like, "Why don't we bring our dogs?" I'm like, "Guys, we don't want to bring our dogs."
Yeah, because it's not a place for dogs.
I mean, but I like if you are the type of person that's going to put the serious work into having a dog that can be in that environment, I get it, and it's like good for the dog, and it's like a good thing and
Like to
everything.
socialize
But
the
like
dog.
the amount of people that do what need to be done in order for that to be not a problem for other people
Right.
is
Yeah.
very small.
That's
Very
a
small.
real serious evolution of man.
Yeah.
Yeah, making sure that their animals could be by them
In the mall.
in the mall. I don't know. I feel like you need both hands.
I gotta pee so bad.
Already?
Yeah,
Oh, you should go.
I'm gonna.
All right.
I'm trying to figure out how long I should keep this Zyn in.
I think it's got to
oh,
be
you
done.
still have it in.
Wow, it's
Is that
definitely
even
done.
like-
Stride out.
Yeah.
Plus 30.
Put another one
plus 30 minutes.
I wanna
Put
find
another
out.
one in. Get another 3 millis. I don't know. I think stuff like that is gross. But who am I to say?
What?
Just animals in public, and I don't know.
Not a fan.
Not a fan.
How long do Zyn?
Not a fan of people just always wanting to do whatever they want to do.
They don't care about other people.
Yeah,
30
nobody cares about other people.
30 and 60 minutes.
I think it's gotten worse though.
I think it's gotten completely worse because people are on their own and they just only care about themselves.
Yeah. Like they're not giving a shit about that it's affecting you.
No, they have no care. Where the hell was I the other day? Oh, went to Disney on Ice, right? With the kids. The whole first 40 minutes, people are just talking and standing up. Like you're in general admission somewhere
Like
at
while
a
it's
concert.
starting.
While it's on. It's not even starting. It's on. They're putting on their play. They're doing their thing. And people are just talking. Like yapping all over the place. I turned to Jen. I was like, does anybody have any decency for what's going on?
And
like,
you just like spent money to be there.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I actually walked out. So I bought my kids $18 popcorn, right? And I was like, they're going to need water for popcorn because you get dry throat. UBS was charging $10 for a bottle of water.
$10. Like a small one? Or
$10
like
for a 16-ounce bottle of water. I put them up there. I had 2 bottles. I put them up there, and they said 1972 or something like that. And I said, I'm sorry. Fuck that. I'm not doing it. I'm not paying $20 for
at
water.
the airport in the DR the last time I was there. I paid $10 for a bottle of water.
That's
I thought it was
fucking
insane.
crazy.
That's crazy.
I looked
At
at the
least
girl
for
and I
that, though,
said,
they're importing it. This is...
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't Poland's. I don't know what it was. I know they're
Elmont.
buying a little bit more of a high price water, but to charge $10
Yeah.
is outrageous for water. I'm sorry. Everybody's just got to stop at these public places. Stop buying the $19 beers. Stop buying
But
the
that's never gonna
$23 beers.
happen.
It's not going to happen.
Just do it for 5 months, and they'll lower the price.
Not going to happen.
Yeah. No, everything's going to be changed, though,
I don't
in
know how you
January.
could shake your head at that. That's a crazy thing to do. How does it make sense to pay $2.99 for something and then $20 for something just because you're in a different public place?
Yeah.
It's too big of a difference.
But if you take a step back, right?
Okay.
That place, has been butt raped by, their landlord, probably, their taxes, all of those things. And that all goes into it. It's not like they're fucking going home and laying in a bed of money, probably. 9 times out of 10.
All right. So you go to a bar and you're already paying $8 for a beer that's 75 cents, right? When you buy it on your own.
Sure.
Now I'm saying the gap is just too big.
That's
If
how
you're-
a beer costs $7, $8 in a bar?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably 10 in most spots.
Yeah.
Which went up from 5. But you
All right, well, let's keep thinking logically, right?
Since when, though?
Since when what?
When has this been going up?
I think it's been the last 6 years that the prices have been outrageous.
No. I mean, COVID is really where everything really popped.
I think alcohol.
I think it's just because people keep on paying it. If you're going to a place and you're paying $20 for a beer, you sold all your beers that season at Jones Beach for $20. What are we going to do next year? Let's try 22.
Sure, because their cost of paying their people and paying their taxes and everything else went up. But let's keep going here. So a bar is open 365 days a year.
Yep.
Jones Beach is open how many days a year?
Okay.
They
I get
still
that.
got to pay for it
Sure.
the whole time.
Yeah, and I know that baseball, entertainment, sports is like, oh, we're paying for the
Same thing.
people's salaries and shit. But you know what? You're the fucking rich guy who owns the team. You pay for the salaries.
It's not the
Why
right
do
way
I
to
have
think.
to pay
It's
for
not
the
the right way to
salaries?
think. Think? Not the right way to think.
Dude,
just-
that's too much money.
I don't
But,
think you're
mean,
going to
your
convince
choices
enough
are
people
go
not
move
to
to
do
a
it,
foreign
though.
country.
No, that's not a choice.
It's a
Well,
choice.
That's not
Go.
a choice.
Just don't go.
Or that.
Yeah, don't go out.
I want everybody to do it with me.
No one's going to get on
Why do
board
I
with
have
that.
to? So I can't go see entertainment because you're quadrupling the price of fucking water?
I can't go
How
see
about I never
entertainment.
go to the movies? When we went to the movies, we brought in this big bag, and I don't know what they're going to do. They didn't say anything. We had water, we had
Oh, you always got to bring shit
candy,
into
we
there.
have all this stuff, and I'm like, because I'm not spending $30 for a
Right.
bottle of water and candy.
Or you just go to Seaford and tickets are still $5. Got to find places like that. Gems.
I actually went to see the Taylor Swift thing there, and I was a real Karen because talking about people talking and screaming, there was this.
You weren't telling people to be quiet, were you?
I mean, there was this group of girls, and they listen. I know you're excited. You want to talk. You want to sing, screaming, and I was Maddie. It was for Maddie's birthday, Alicia's daughter's birthday, and they were screaming
At saying what?
the songs, screaming the
singing.
songs, but not singing, screaming and standing up. So I was just a little bit of
What'd
a
they
Karen.
say?
I was like, do you girls mind being a little quieter? And they stopped.
Well, that's a nice way to say it.
They were also unsupervised, and they were probably maybe 8 to 10.
Mm.
Oh, wow.
That's crazy too. Like people that just drop their kids off and like this movie theater is going to babysit my kids.
Yeah. Or like the mall.
Dropping kids off at the mall, that was a big deal.
People don't do that anymore.
No?
Not like the way they used to. I mean, we used to get on the bus and like go to the mall and hang out there all day.
Not a lot of malls.
Well, it's a little scarier now, I think, right?
I don't think it is.
No, being like out in public.
In the mall?
I think people think that because we have too much information, but I think it's probably safe. It's probably safer now than it's ever been.
Really?
Yeah, there's cameras everywhere. There's fucking
That's true.
security guards everywhere. Like,
yeah.
You can't get away with shit the way you used to be able to.
That'll be interesting to see the statistics of like child abductions in the past and child abductions now.
I think we're generally living in a safer world because there's more technology, there's more connectivity. I think we are. I think people feel as though it's a less safer world
Because they're
because
more
of the
aware
amount
of
of
it.
negativity that's coming at
Right.
you. But I
Yeah.
think we're generally living statistically in a safer world. People live longer. There's more access to medicine.
Used to be easier to just snatch up a kid and and like.
Yeah, you wouldn't. There would be no way to track them.
Now you got to work harder.
This is the first episode that we've done since the election, I think, because we had a lot of not happening. Right?
I think so.
Wow. Interesting.
Yeah.
Are you going to make it?
I think so.
All right.
You gonna pass out?
No.
You feel lightheaded?
I wouldn't say lightheaded, but I think it's just.
I definitely would have puked.
No.
Seeing your reaction, yes.
I don't think so.
I wasn't prepared. I need to like.
Well, he can handle more than you, clearly.
Huh?
He can handle more than you, obviously.
What do you say? Why you say that? This is a fucking challenge. I'll do two right now.
I just can feel it. I just can see he's a little more of a risk taker than you are.
Sure. Oh yeah, definitely.
He lives a little more on the edge.
Yes.
Everything that I do is just calculated.
Yeah.
You know,
Everything?
most things.
Yeah,
Oh my
you are
God.
a forward
Have you
thinker.
ever seen like his human optimization fucking psychotic like spreadsheet?
No.
Like
no, I
it's
don't
like
want to see that.
take a shit at 2, wipe at 2:01.
I showed you that in private.
It's psychotic.
Don't tell anybody my secrets. You are a forward thinker, which is a great thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't think so?
No. Yeah, I love
I mean,
myself.
a lot of people don't think. I love myself. A lot of people don't. You're dying over there. You're right.
Yeah, I'm like a little
His
worried.
eyes are going in the back of his head.
I was gonna start
Do you
talking
have
about
water over
politics, but
there?
I don't know if this is the episode. We should.
No, I'm good. I mean, no, I'm under stress. My shoulder hurts.
Shoulder.
I've been having shoulder problems lately.
Put his
Same one?
Put his
Same
in
one, same
under
one.
your
Put
arm.
his in under
Yeah,
the
like
armpit.
my thumb.
Drink
has
some
been
kratom.
numb
That
lately.
helps with
Yeah,
pain.
it does, but not
It
right
does?
now. That's not a good idea. What?
I think
the
it's
fuck
a-
are you?
I
You
just
fucking
think it's a great
pushing
idea.
drugs on everybody
Yeah.
over here.
Do you think kratom would really be bad for him?
No, I think it would be good because it would be like
Ooh,
balance it
healing.
out.
She's thinking healing.
Yeah, I think you're going down and it's gonna.
I gotta come back up.
Yeah.
I use different substances for that.
Well, we're all out of kratom. Sorry.
He drank it all.
Holy shit.
She's got a backup. You guys are crazy.
That's just one thing.
Do you really want some?
Just one thing.
Yeah.
Listen.
Is that
you
more than
smoke
you just brought
cigarettes,
in?
so
This no,
I don't really
this
wanna
doesn't
hear it.
count. This does not count.
how?
As in kratom or alcohol or drugs? This doesn't count.
It,
I didn't know they were bad for me when I started.
how many years ago was that?
When he was 11.
No, it is bad. I didn't start until I was 18.
That's crazy though. Like that and alcohol are probably way worse. Than
The
those
worst.
things.
And
You know?
they're the most acceptable.
They were the most
Yeah.
accepted at one point. That's
unbelievable.
fucking wild.
Yes.
Well, because they're both of those things are things that are socially acceptable to do all the time, whenever. They're
Right.
Not
it's-
anymore.
It's been ingrained into society of where like,
yeah.
oh, you got a bad day, smoke a cigarette. You just ate something, have a cigarette afterward. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's
the
like-
way they sold cigarettes was great. They must have been making hand over fist
Crazy.
money. Oh my God.
Remember all like the swag? Like my parents
Oh,
had like
yeah.
the Marlboro like
the jackets,
duffel
the hats.
bags,
Yeah.
this, that, the other.
Oh,
and
cut
I'm
the
like,
miles out. Do you remember the miles that you would cut out and get
yeah.
some stuff? Oh, man.
That's so crazy. I forgot all about
That's
that. I used to
nuts.
go to
we
school wearing
literally
a
had
cool
so
sweaty
much.
t-shirt.
Yeah, we had
cool
so much
cigarettes.
swag. Like I'm like, this is what we're like proud of. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yep. And then they put a band on everything.
We should get some of that.
We should get some of that.
Bring some of that
You
merch
can't
back.
find Joe Camel anywhere.
eBay.
No, there's brands that do like the Marlboro swag and shit like this.
Really?
Stuff. Yeah,
I feel like I've seen it on somebody recently, like an influencer or something.
The catalog. There was a Marlboro catalog.
Yes.
And that was where he turned in the
Couldn't
points,
you
right?
like win trips or something?
Yeah,
And
smoke
this-
enough cigarettes. We're gonna send you on a
Send you to
fucking trip.
Jamaica.
You can walk up a hill, but I'll get you a fucking wheelchair.
It's such a good
you
addictive drug
can't.
too that like you'll do it, and you can't be in magazines anymore. It can't be behind entertainment anymore, and they still.
Or
sell.
remember when like CBS put like we're like we're not selling it anymore?
Oh, yeah, that was
remember
huge.
They used to like.
Yeah, taking them out of our stores.
How
Mm-hmm.
could they
My
sell?
theory on cigarettes is that they're directly connected to like your anxiety response. Like cigarettes are not, I guess,
In a
I think
good way
they
or a
give
bad
you
way?
anxiety?
in a bad
it's-
way. Like alcohol, I guess, could be that, but I think if you're at that level with alcohol, you have a significant problem. But I think that cigarettes are like the perfect thing for I'm uncomfortable.
Oh, 100%.
And like I don't know what to do right now, and I'm like,
like it's like a
crawling in my own
fixation,
skin,
like,
and let me
thing.
smoke a cigarette,
Yeah.
calm myself down.
my whole life.
Like, and I think that cigarettes are directly connected to that thing.
Yeah, like when you get like
Oh,
wound up, you're like, let me go smoke a cigarette.
100%.
For me, it's devil dogs mostly.
It's not good when it's food. It's not good. It's not good.
But
when
it's
food.
all that.
Yes.
Like if I smoked cigarettes, I'd smoke 100 a day.
I feel like mine's like I'm gonna have some tea.
Yeah.
You keep on just saying it like that, but really you're having a
No,
bunch
it's
of kratom.
it's not like a great thing, but like I started like supplementing with the gym more.
Yeah, smart.
That's
all.
better. That's much better.
What's funny is that you call it tea all the time, and it makes me feel
Yes.
like it's a little bit better. Like because I
Yes,
don't call it
it
that.
sounds better.
Tea
Definitely
time.
sounds
Give me
better.
some of that.
Tea time.
Nick the Toots thing is like when you feel those feelings, you gotta meditate.
Meditate's better.
Like whenever you get into that zone, you gotta stop breathing.
Have you ever meditated? You seem like a meditator.
Yeah, I used to.
I did get a red light mask, and that's great.
Yeah, we got to bring that in, test it out.
What's a red light mask?
It's like I
But
sent
that's
you
like
the
a
picture.
beautification thing, right? For
Yeah,
women.
but you can't really do anything. Like you have to just sit there. So it helps me like meditate for 10 minutes. It's like there's a 10-minute one or a 20-minute one.
Well, I think the science of all this stuff is like when you get those levels of uncomfortableness and you get all fucking jacked up in your mind and you're feeling like the whole game is like, can you find a way to wait it out?
We don't sit in anything
till
anymore.
to where the feeling passes, and then you realize that like it was just a momentary
Oh, yeah.
thing
Yeah.
of discomfort,
Oh, 100%.
rather than moving to
Doing
soothe.
something, yeah.
You know what I mean, with stuff that's not good for you.
well,
you know?
what are the other coping things that you could do? Like,
Oh, there's a zillion things.
well, I'm just saying. I'm at work. I freak out. I get a
Deep
little.
breathing, box
Yeah.
breathing.
Well, that's like the
That's like a simple way of
yeah.
trying
Go
to
for a
figure it out.
walk.
yeah, exactly.
Go for a
EFT
walk.
tapping.
What did you just say?
EFT tapping.
Yeah, that's the thing.
What's that?
People like tap on themselves.
That's
Oh.
OCD
like
shit.
it's like you say like affirmations.
Yeah.
But like think about it. We never are just like with our thoughts. Like you're at a red light. What do?
your
Pick up
phone.
your phone, right? You're standing
It's
in
illegal.
line.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You start scrolling.
Yep.
Like we don't ever just sit there.
You
Yeah.
scroll in your car?
You don't?
If I'm
I
like
don't
sitting
scroll.
in traffic,
I don't scroll in my car.
I don't really scroll
Maybe-
too much in the car.
right.
I text all the time.
yes,
not good.
yes, text.
You used to turn your text thing off in the car.
Yeah.
It's so dangerous.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I don't text. I definitely text. It's super dangerous.
Do you know what's crazy is though is that he used to be so much more publicly dangerous, and it's not anymore. They just gave up.
They gave up. 100.
Yeah.
They gave up.
I've been paranoid for a few months now because Mark Sacco, my insurance agent, they had the thing where you turn on the they made me turn on the DriveWise thing, and it tracks.
What's
like
DriveWise?
it's like you never used to have a thing where you could plug it
Oh,
in
to make your insurance go down?
to go down. Yes.
Oh, yes.
So
yes,
like
yes.
the woman like tricked me into it, and she was like,
I was gonna say I don't want like you have enough information from me. Mind your business.
that's all over with. I'm done with that. Just fucking.
It's all.
you know,
Everybody can see us from
put the
everywhere.
chip
Right,
in.
but
It's
so
fine.
at least
You did good, kid.
I rather
done.
not know it.
Dunzo.
So I was like, yeah, let's do it. You know, we'll save a couple $100, whatever. And then, like, as soon as I turned it on, I've been instantly more aware of how much I just I'm
do
driving, looking
illegal
at my
shit?
phone all the time.
Yeah.
Yep.
all
It's
the
not
time.
good.
All the time.
Sometimes I talk to text though on my CarPlay.
Well, that's what you've been doing, right? Because your messages
noticed
come
it?
in weird. Yeah, they come in
Well,
different.
and it says on the bottom sent from Siri.
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
yeah, it
never
says
noticed
sent
that.
from Siri, and the spelling's not great.
Well, it's because of your accent. It's like when this thing gets transcribed, forget it.
Yes, it's the worst.
The words that thing says that people think they say is the Long Island accent.
I do the talk to text.
Today I dropped my phone while I was driving, and I got a message from like, it was my team group chat, like for all my work people, like 10 people. And it just automatically, if you start talking, it thinks you're like responding. And I was trying to grab my phone and I was like, motherfucker. And it was like, motherfucker. And I'm like, oh my God, do not send that to my group chat.
Siri, be quiet.
How many times do you like go to send something? Like you'll hear the text message and then you'll be like, all right, I want to reply. And then I'm just like, nothing. And I say nothing and it says, nothing. Want to send? And I'm like, no, I just don't want to be doing this texting anymore. A lot of times.
I don't do voice text, but I just always feel like I'm going to say something.
I get
and it's not
amazing
gonna
audio
transport.
texts from Chris Schaefer.
Oh, I can imagine.
No, they're amazing.
Like voice notes.
Oh my God.
The kid's crazy.
I like a good voice note when you really want to express something and like it's not going to come through in a text.
It's good for that.
WhatsApp is big with that. Like everybody in other countries, like that's what everybody does.
What, they talk and then send?
What I feel like
voice
WhatsApp is like a shady thing.
No, it's the whole world other than the United States of America, because like people don't have the money for the reason why WhatsApp
Like
is so big
iPhones?
is that people don't have the money for
Like paying for the text.
monthly cell phone service.
Oh.
So 90%
Like
of the
they're
world
paying for every text kind of thing?
No, 90% of the world operates on Wi-Fi WhatsApp. So you can call and text
Interesting.
on Wi-Fi unlimited.
I thought it was always just like a cheating scandal thing.
No.
That's why America's the best.
Why? Because they stopped that?
I'm not fucking searching for Wi-Fi to send a text message through WhatsApp. Are you kidding me?
Wait, what do you mean searching for? Like you won't be able to send it from your regular phone?
Right.
Meaning like you could have like
You have to be on Wi-Fi.
in another country, right? You can have a phone,
Got it.
and as long as you have Wi-Fi with WhatsApp, you can call and text, and you could whoever you want without having like a plan. You know what I mean? Without having like a
Got
cell phone
it.
service plan.
Okay.
You don't
I
need to
see.
have that.
Like almost like an iPad.
I think in other countries, what people will do is they'll buy like a certain amount of minutes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And like they'll have that like for the month or for however
For, like,
it runs
local
out.
and whatever.
But when they're in Wi-Fi, they'll switch to Wi-Fi
Got it.
and they'll use WhatsApp.
Yeah.
And it's not it's free.
Like Boost Mobile.
I don't know. That's what that is.
Yeah, like they're buying their phones at 7-Eleven and they're buying more cards at them.
that's like
That's a drug. What drug
that's
dealers
here.
do.
Like people do scary shit because here, I mean, 90% of the population can afford a cell phone plan. But if you go to the Latin American countries,
Isn't that what
and shit,
cricket's for?
they're poor as shit.
That's what I'm saying.
They
Right?
don't have the money.
Yeah.
But you get a phone, and as long as you have Wi-Fi, you can talk and text all you want.
Got it.
It's like your plan really is your monthly Wi-Fi bill.
That's what I figured all plans were. I thought all the texting and all that was involved with it anyway.
No, but here,
Yeah, it
like,
is.
let's say you pay $100 a month for your cell phone bill. $100 a month in Latin America is a lot of money.
Right. True.
So they can't pay that.
Yeah, they just don't
Yeah.
make. They don't make money to
Right.
afford that level of
Yeah.
expense. Most people.
I'm going to stay here, I think.
In America?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
the
now
thing
I'm
to
going
do
to
is
stay.
take
I
American
was,
money
you
and
know,
go
I
somewhere
had
else. That's the
some
thing to do.
thoughts.
You had
maybe.
thoughts of leaving?
You know.
Where would you go?
There we go.
Maybe before before the election, but now I'm good.
Oh, now you settled.
God bless America.
What a fucking just drubbing.
Talking about the cell phones, that shirt that somebody
Sure, you
created.
want to go back to that?
No, just real quick with the shirt. Trump has more fans than 5G
Oh, yeah,
service.
yeah.
I thought that was pretty fucking
Yeah.
creative. And it's a picture of the map with all the red all over the place. Thought that was cool.
Did you see the exchange between Trump and Rogan this Saturday night?
No.
Oh,
Buddies?
yeah.
Yeah.
Blew
Did
by.
you send that to me?
I think so.
Yeah.
Blew by, what's the other bold guy? John Enick or whatever his name is.
Yeah.
Like, went to shake Trump's hand. Trump, like, basically pushed him out of the way.
Really?
And was, like, hugging Rogan and, like, slapping him on the
he knows-
back.
he knows
Trump
he
probably has
helped
no
him.
idea who the other guy is.
No, I mean, he's thanking him because he fucking got him elected, basically. Is
Oh,
what he
yeah.
said,
Yeah,
you know?
he helped them big time.
He definitely helped him. But you see, Rogan has been posting a lot more political stuff.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Like still on his side, or
No,
just-
Rogan's stories have been pretty political.
really?
Yes.
He's
He's never been that way.
Well, what's the whole thing with Elon Musk? Like, I know that they're just like starting
That's dangerous.
something. That's dangerous.
Interesting.
so
It's very
dangerous.
interesting.
I feel like Elon's got a bad rap because he's a cowboy with the way. I feel like Trump and Elon are very similar in terms of like their public personas and how free they are with the way they talk.
Like,
Yeah.
But I think and I'm going to go for Elon more than Trump.
he's not a fan of that. Of him.
has nothing to do with their character whatsoever.
Elon's record is a winning record.
you cannot allow people that have those for-profit types of businesses to be involved in the government.
Yeah, but you
That is fucking
but
danger.
it goes
town.
on both sides, though.
What do you mean?
It's Democrats have all
Yeah.
the rich people too.
Right.
Not like this.
They're all over
I
TV.
just think they
Not
hide
like
it.
this.
They
But-
hide it.
Well, they,
Yes,
they
they're
raised it
not
up a
as
notch.
like upfront about it.
They
This
raised it up a notch.
The treatment that this guy, the preferential treatment that this guy could potentially get for his businesses is, I'm sure it's happening behind the scenes all
Yeah,
the time.
exactly. It is.
Yes.
But it's a bad precedent.
I think if you guys are interested, I think you should all read the fucking Walter Isaacson biography on Elon Musk. It's a very, very informative.
What's the title of that?
Well, Walter Isaacson is like a.
I can't even get the title down. You think I'm going to read that thing?
It's an autobiography of Elon Musk.
Walter
That's what it is.
Oh, does,
You can listen
The
to
guy's
it.
it's not his voice, right?
Walter Isaacson is the
guy's name.
he's the biographer. He's
Okay.
probably like the most renowned,
He wrote the Steve Jobs one.
respected biographer in the game right now. He's done a lot of, he did like
I gotta
even
pee.
like retro ones. Like he did Leonardo da Vinci. He did Benjamin Franklin. You know what I mean? He writes these big, huge books, and the
you
Elon
gonna do
Musk
it?
one is really good.
Yeah, it was amazing. He's fucking crazy, but in a good way.
Who?
I think. Elon Musk.
Yeah.
I think so. I think he's a good guy. I think he's a good guy. I think that he
That I don't know about.
I do. I think that he's not like
Doesn't he have like a million children?
19.
19.
I think so.
Does
I
he
think he's a
really?
bad role model.
Yeah. I don't.
Okay.
I wouldn't. But like my thing about that is like I don't believe that exists. Like I don't think that. I think
that ex kid was like one of his first kids. I swear to God, I
no.
didn't think he had
He's got a
19
he's got a
kids.
thing with kids. He's got a thing with
Yeah,
kids.
bunch of
sure.
Kids. Too many people have things with kids.
Baby mamas.
But I think that he's
Something in the
I think
water
he's a
around
good
here.
guy. I don't think he's a bad guy. I think that like I think you got to worry about. I think you got to worry about like Mark Zuckerberg. Like, and what's interesting about Mark
Because of the way he
Zuckerberg?
looks.
No. What's interesting about Mark Zuckerberg, and I'm calling it now. I believe that some scandals will come down on him eventually, because Mark Zuckerberg, if you watch him, he's now starting to lean into celebrity. He's like, and he never was like that. Like he just did like a guitar thing with T-Pain, like to where he's singing,
Really?
playing, doing songs with T-Pain.
that.
Like now
And
he's
wearing
starting
like
to think he's something.
grew his hair out.
Yes, he looks
He's
totally
wearing
different.
chains. Like he wears a Patek Philippe watch, which is like fucking
Maybe
a
he's finally
$300,000
trying to live
watch.
his life because he was a geek forever.
Well, I saw it.
That's what I'm saying. He's leaning into
Is he still
the
with that
gonna-
Asian chick?
yeah, but I feel like it's
I
it's
saw
gonna
like
be
a
just
meme
like
of him
Bezos.
like he's became like Mrs. Steal Your Girl with his like new like look. With
Yes,
his
yes.
Whatever.
Just steal your girl.
He's leaning in. He's leaning into celebrity. He's leaning
Because
into.
he was like nerdy and
Oh, he's super nerdy.
Nerd alert.
But I feel like the persona that he presented in the past was that he didn't give a fuck. You know what I mean? Like I created Facebook. I'm one of the richest people in the world.
Yeah, he
and
didn't
like
care
I
that
don't
he
care.
was a nerd, yeah.
Now it seems as though he wants to be like he's hanging out with the UFC guys. He's training
Yeah,
jiu-jitsu, and good for him. I mean, he's doing
Live your
bored.
life.
Yeah, he's doing stuff.
Yeah.
But I smell a scandal coming down the path.
Live your life. Just don't fuck any
But
kids.
isn't that what
Yeah,
like
everybody's eating
Jeff
kids, diddling
Bezos
kids.
is doing too? He's
did
like
that.
on yachts and like with celebrities.
Well,
and
Bezos,
whatever.
he had the wife, and then he
Now
Way
he's
too quick having another girl, though,
got
right?
like a.
and she's like
It's probably
she's,
overlap.
It's probably overlap, but it's still way too quick. I mean, if you're going to give $500 million to
and
your
his
ex-wife,
relationship with the
think you're gonna live
the
your
new
life a
girl
little
is
bit.
serious.
Yeah,
like
too
she's like
serious.
she's like part of his foundation and everything. Like she's out there like spending the money.
guys, they
Probably
always
got
make the
something.
same mistake.
Got something on him.
Yeah, dudes make such stupid
Men are dumb.
mistakes.
Blackmail.
Men are dumb.
They really are.
Women are fucking nuts.
We're
though.
crazy.
That's the
It's-
problem.
I know men are dumb and we're crazy. It's fine.
The tale as old as time,
Yeah.
Sometimes it is. Sometimes.
And you guys make us more crazy, and then you
Whoa,
call us
whoa,
crazy.
see, that's where
No,
it's
you
wrong.
like push the
No.
buttons, and then you're like, "Oh, you're crazy."
No,
I'm like, "You."
It's not about
fucking-
pushing buttons. You guys are just fucking nuts.
My
Well, you guys
favorite-
are assholes. So.
One of my favorite things to do is to like, Jesus Christ. One of my favorite things to do is just to like let my wife know when she's crazy.
Oh,
Do you
that.
say the word crazy?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, that will get me going. That's like saying calm down or like relax. I'm like,
Yeah.
And what is that? Why can't we tell you to calm down? You gotta calm the fuck down.
maybe use different words.
Please settle your insides. Like, yeah, settle your emotions. It's too many words.
The reason why people don't like being told to calm down is because I think subconsciously you're in the wrong.
You know
Yeah.
you're in the wrong. 100%.
Or you're subtly calling us crazy.
Well, yeah, but you kind of know that you
know
are
that you're
being
crazy.
crazy, and that's the
But
reason
like if
why.
I tell
age of
you
12,
if
you
you
know
start
that you're
yelling and I'm
nuts.
like, relax, what are you gonna do?
Yeah, but he was wrong for yelling.
I'm wrong for yelling.
But are you gonna relax?
No, I'm probably gonna say, no, don't tell me to relax. Or I'll just walk out the door. But saying relax is kind of right. Settle down. I try and use settle down. That doesn't work
Yeah, that's a
either.
bad one. That might be worse. I just go right for the you being fucking crazy.
It's probably the only way to
Because
go.
it's like, let's just get to the point. Let's just
Right.
straight talk each other, you
Right.
know?
If I'm like going off the deep end and you can be like, you can reel me in, but sometimes it's too far. And then I'm
pushes it
crazy and then
further?
I'm like, what?
Like, have you ever broke up a fight between two dudes? Like you were going out with one of the guys and they were fighting and a woman steps in?
hate
You know
that.
you've seen it.
I hate that.
Wait.
It's one of the
Like
worst
two
things
dudes
that
are
happens.
fighting,
Okay.
you're with one of them.
Okay.
Women, they get involved and they
Yeah.
try and stop two dudes from fighting. Mm-hmm. That's fucking crazy.
I think that's crazy.
Also, if I was a woman, I would be like, see you later.
See you later. Peace
People
out.
should not be
Well,
fighting.
it's
in public.
kind of 50-50. Like, I kind of
Busy at the
respect the
hospital.
woman for trying to help a man and, like,
No.
jumping in there and trying
No.
to.
No.
But then
Like,
at the
no.
same time, it's a very bad situation.
I'd be like, we're here having a good time. I look how I look. I've got my shit all put together. Boobs are out and everything. And you're fighting with this
dressed all
fucking
the way up
asshole.
tonight.
So you're
See you
gonna
later.
so if you were a girl, your boobs would be out.
All the fucking time.
All the time.
All the time.
I knew you were a nipple guy.
Boobs, fucking BBLs,
Pubes.
fake everything. No pubes. No hair.
No,
No, that's what laser hair removal is for.
Dipped.
Shaved.
Yeah, you go to different hairstyles.
How much? What are we at? It's 2 hours?
Yeah, I feel like it's been a long time.
It's 105.
Do you want to talk about your election night experience at all?
You had an event? Like
Yeah.
at an event?
Yeah. So my friend Alicia, who we talked about last time,
Not
she's
a red?
she's one of a kind. Right? Like I don't even know how to describe her. So she initially wasn't gonna flee Long Island for the election because her parents like made her believe that like if it went the other way, like what if there's gonna be
Chaos.
protesters, this, that, the other thing.
Oh my God.
So she was gonna leave. I was like, you're not leaving. That's crazy. Like
Wait, that's an interesting concept, though.
Yeah, I thought it was going to go the other way.
That's what I thought, too.
I
That's
thought
what
if
too.
Donald Trump won, they were closing up stuff for protesters because Republicans really don't protest that
Yeah,
much.
but this is
no,
like
but
the-
she's right. They're saying if he didn't win.
Oh,
Yeah.
But-
So
Go ahead.
she's so I'm convincing her to stay. So then she sends me this thing and it says election night party. So I'm like, let's go. Because I'm thinking like if I can get her to stay, because if she's gonna keep feeding into that shit, like it's gonna, fuck her up. So I'm like, sure, let's go, whatever. So when I agree to do something with her, I know it's gonna be fucking crazy. Like I know it's not gonna be normal. I know it's not gonna be like, easy. It's always gonna be an adventure. So it's me, my friend Alicia, and our friend Jillian. And it's like a warehouse, and you walk in, and it is like a dorm room. Like Trump threw up everywhere. There's flags.
I think what's this place called? I think I've heard about
the
it.
American
It's like a guy. It's
warehouse
like
or
a
something.
rich guy who like created like a Trump place.
I don't know who's owns
It's
it.
on Long Island, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's
I've heard.
in like Ronkonkoma.
I've heard of this. I've heard of it.
It was
probably at the beginning of a cult. Go on.
That's what I said.
Definitely that.
it was like a warehouse, and it was all Trump, everything. Then they had a set that was a live podcast
Jay knows the guy.
talking about the results because
Right.
it was still like, I don't know, 8 or 9 o'clock. It was crazy.
Beers, alcohol,
Yes.
liquor.
So outside there was all food trucks,
People
like food,
videotaping you?
alcohol. Then the next one over, you could dance, and like there was like photos and like everything, and then there was TVs, people watching the election. It was,
Wow.
but everyone was like decked out from head to toe in like Donald Trump.
It's like a sporting event.
It
How,
was
like,
crazy.
Do you guys feel comfortable there, or you
No.
felt like
So
No.
the majority,
No.
the majority of the people were probably 60 to 80 years old, probably 90% men, like old men.
Oh, you guys are just like steaks.
There was so many pictures taken
when
of
we
you.
were in
There might be accounts dedicated to you three.
You're on their wall
when
now.
the three of us were leaving, I was like, those guys turned around like we looked like we were like fucking Heidi Klum because like everybody else was like dust. Like everybody else was like,
Where are the youngins going?
yeah, it was and we stayed for less than an hour, and we were like, yeah, this is
Did you have to pay to get in?
Yeah.
Really?
I think it was like $20.
Next election, you want to build a fucking warehouse and just roof for somebody?
Depends.
Okay.
Depends who's running.
It was, yeah.
That's a thing though. Like people were afraid. They were so afraid. So good for you guys, you know, to like support what you wanted to support.
Yeah.
People were voting and fucking terrified of letting people know who they voted for.
I can't.
Both sides.
I can't
Oh,
believe
that,
I think all
remember
that
that,
shit is
girl?
silly,
oh, I don't
man.
want
It's
to.
so
so
silly.
silly.
I can't believe it.
We've all gotten so worked up, man. It's like there's never like there's never been like before Obama.
Right.
Like
it wasn't like this.
No, now it's like sports now.
Yeah.
Now it's like fucking like
Absolutely.
people arguing over the Jets and the Giants.
Well,
and
that's
the
what
Mets
it
and
was
the Yankees.
like. There was a whole podcast, like, and it was like they had it like televised, like it looks like it was like on TV, but it was them. And yeah, like they kept like saying like states and what was counties and whatever. It was nuts.
It's
Yeah.
silly.
I
It's
like when
totally
they zoom
silly.
in on the map and
That's like a 15-minute.
give all the counties that you never even heard of before.
Put that energy, get a second job or something, and try to figure out how to make more money. Learn how to play the stock market. Learn how to play the guitar.
Do something.
The next election, though, from a marketing and a media standpoint, is going to be very interesting.
Think so?
Because I think that, like, I was listening to something this morning, and, like, local news networks are going to basically disappear. Because, like, they're not going to...
Local news.
Yeah, because that's where all of campaign funds go.
Right.
Advertising on, like, Channel 7 and Channel 4.
Yeah.
Like, I think 70% of it, that's where it goes. And this election was won by a bunch of podcasts, basically.
Well, the other problem is that it became the news is not giving the news anymore.
No.
It's giving their opinion.
Yeah,
Right.
And
It's
it's been
what
doing
they
that
believe.
for 15 years or whatever, 20 years.
Nobody has any faith in it anymore.
But I'm saying the news didn't start out that way. The news was this is what happened in your city, right? And now,
Like, it wasn't an opinion, it was a
every
fact.
story is this happened because of this, and
Right.
we think this and this and this.
I think what's
and I think people are just tired. I think people are just tired of it.
Well, no, I think people are checked out because they don't. It's hard to trust. I think what's cool about the podcast model is if you sit down and listen to a guy talk for 3 hours, it's very difficult to. You're gonna have to have your opinion based on what the conversation is, and not like. You get like these little sound bites or these little video clips that are like out of context.
Yeah.
And like and most people, that's how they like think about stuff. You got people that like hate Trump, love Kamala, hate Kamala, all purely based on like
What they seen.
on
Yeah.
TikTok.
Yep.
Everything that
Yeah.
they get is from TikTok. And like that's so silly.
And half the shit's not real. You know how many clips I see that it's taken from something else?
Oh,
that
yeah.
they're
Dude.
talking
Yes.
about
They
something
take one snippet
totally
that has nothing to do with
different.
that. Yeah.
And it's just crazy. That's crazy to me.
Well, I think, like, if I had voted, I didn't vote.
Neither did I.
The deciding factor would have been, like, obviously I like Joe Rogan, whatever. I like the format, right? But the fact that she refused to do it and was offered multiple times to do it was like,
Say her piece.
It's a
this
huge tell.
person doesn't have a fucking
But she
brain.
she went on Call Her Daddy.
Doesn't have a brain. Yeah, but like all
Which
kinds
is
of
it's so stupid. I'm
and
saying.
all kinds of stipulations. Like they had to go to her. There was and that's to me that's a bad mark on the Call of Daddy girl because like the topics were curated, the place was curated, the amount of time that they could be
It
on
makes
there
that
was
person
curated.
show fake.
And
You're
she
changing your whole show.
did Club Shay Shay, and
Yes.
that was also very like
Yeah.
I was kind of disappointed in him because I like him. I think his show's pretty good, but it's an entertainment show. It's funny. It's like and it's not like, but he turned into like this like super like left wing.
That's kinda the
like,
same way of
and it
Howard
was and
Stern.
it was
Howard
just
Stern
so
did the same thing.
obvious. It was so obvious.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't like it was so
Wasn't
obvious
neutral.
that he had an agenda.
Yeah.
And it was so obvious that like they made a deal with him, and the deal was we're gonna do this interview and we're pushing.
We're gonna make you look good.
We're pushing Kamala's agenda and the
Yeah.
Democratic agenda. It wasn't like whereas Rogan invited him on because he literally wanted to have I mean, he's been talking about it for years.
Right.
So it's like all right, I'm gonna ask you questions and I'm gonna try to
I think if
Stay
somebody
figure out what I think.
I think if somebody's that popular, and I've said it with Howard Stern in the past, if somebody's that popular like Joe Rogan, do the show.
Yeah.
Do the show. You're either going to gain a couple or the people who already don't like you aren't going to like you.
Yeah, but she didn't do the show because I think that, like, just generally speaking, like, she's a robot.
She was afraid.
Like, she
She
And
cannot
I agree
answer
with
a
all that,
question.
but I'm
there's an
saying,
agenda, a tight,
Yes.
tight agenda. Like she has handlers, she has speechwriters,
Yes.
she has people constantly telling her what she's supposed to say, how it's supposed to be. I mean, I don't believe on any level that she has ever been a shot caller. Like
Right.
she
No, she was just fucking handed a spot
She doesn't.
to be the
She
president.
couldn't answer one question.
And I'm not saying that like I didn't vote either. I mean, if I would have voted, I probably would have voted for Trump because I feel as though he was a better choice in this scenario. But I'm not like super Trump fan. But I just feel like he is, at least he's representing himself, what he wants to do, how he wants to do it, and it may be good, it may be bad,
Right.
but at least you're getting
He's like true to himself.
I don't think he's a puppet. I think that he is making his decisions, whether they're good or they're bad.
Yeah.
He's trying to do what he thinks is best. I think she is a unit 3,500.
absolutely.
You know what
she
I mean?
would just
Like,
speak whatever
yes.
she's told to speak.
Right.
Yes. Absolutely.
What was cool too is though, like he tried to give both of them the opportunity. Like
That's what I
equally.
mean. I mean,
Yeah, like be neutral. Almost,
Yeah,
right.
that's what's going to be telling in the next election is like who steps up to the plate for that.
Yeah, but I
regardless
guarantee
of regardless of whoever the host's feelings are, and at that point you'll probably know, or maybe there'll be a new set of podcasts. But like, Kohler Daddy wasn't letting Trump on. She was saying, "I'm voting for this woman," so she's
Yeah, it was same thing with
And then
wait,
after the fact, then she said they like reached out to him.
Right.
But that was after the
same
fact.
thing with Club Shay Shay. It was obvious.
same
It
thing.
was obvious.
Same
And
thing.
that's the thing. Listen, if you get into an argument, say you are talking to Joe Rogan, and you get into an argument where he doesn't believe something that you're saying, and God forbid it gets out of control,
Never would happen. But
never would happen.
Yeah.
But you're allowed to leave.
sure.
You're allowed to say, all right, I've had enough. You're obviously not agreeing with
But
me.
you're also allowed
And
to
you
have a
show your
difference of
realness.
opinion. Like
Right, but I'm
just because
saying-
you're going on a podcast doesn't mean you have to agree
Right.
with everything this person
But
says.
you show your realness at least, and you give it a shot to people. How many people listen to that show?
But I heard this thing, and I think
Who,
it's really true.
Joe Rogan? He's the
at
number one
least three,
podcast.
at least
isn't
3
he?
million, something like that. I don't know if it's
I
much
think
higher
Tucker
than
Carlson
that.
overtook him.
They showed how many
Really?
the podcast that he was on versus the podcast that she was on. He reached with his podcast something like 850 million people, and she reached like 10 million.
That's crazy.
The one she chose to go on.
Yeah.
It's not, those numbers aren't exact, but it's like that type of ratio.
That's crazy.
I have to pee again.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Trump's
did
a
it?
dictator. I mean, president. And let's see how it goes.
Are you guys open on Black Friday?
I gotta
Probably
go to
fucking
work.
ripping Zins and Kratom.
Oh, you have a packed day on Black Friday.
Oh, that's
what are you doing?
right.
What are you
My mom's
doing?
getting hernia surgery.
On Black Friday.
Oh, no, that's not what I was thinking.
Sale?
No.
Yeah.
Cheaper.
If you knew her. Yep.
Friday.
Yeah. If you knew her, for sure.
Want to get cut open? Come here on Friday.